Welcome to Playfully Orange, our conversations about arts and culture here in Central Florida. My guest today is Jere James. Welcome.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much.
So, Jere, you are involved with dance, numerous dance things, and performing arts in Central Florida. Let's find out a little bit about you. Where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in South Florida and actually in Palm Beach County. I trained with Palm Beach Ballet Center from the time I was 4 to the time I was 18. And I also went to Alexander W. Dreyfus School of the Arts. So the School of the Arts there in West Palm Beach is where I I went to school. So I danced and did my assignments as well. So I was always involved in the arts from a very young age.
And you knew that was what your life is going to be?
Absolutely. When I graduated high school, I went every summer. I went to Alvin for their summer intensives. So
And
yes,
what brought you to Central Florida?
I went to the University of Central Florida and got my degree, and then I gave my degree to my dad. My parents was like, "Here you go. I'm going to go back to dancing with my first love, what I love to do."
And how did they take that?
Um, as long as I had the piece of paper, I think they were satisfied with it. But now they're like, "Oh wow, I can't believe after all these years you're still dancing." I'm like, "I am still doing it."
So, what are some of the things that you're involved with?
Well, I own a dance studio here in Central Florida. So I own Inez Patricia School of Dance. It's our 8th season here. And before that, I was with the Center for Contemporary Dance with Dario J. Moore. And I am one of the lead choreographers for the Fusion Fest with CC Tennille and then with you as well, Mr. Terry. So very excited about that.
Great. And aren't you involved also with the um, chocolate nutcracker for
Well,
short?
not this year. Last year, I was the artistic director for Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker. This
Okay,
year, something else and explore because actually Fusion Fest and Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker are going on the exact same time this year.
right. Okay. Um, but you've been involved with several companies, and as you get out and about, what have been other inspirations for you from other arts groups? I think we've lost your sound now. There you
Hello?
go. Yep, you're there. I was asking about where here or anywhere have you seen artistic performance that's been most inspiring to you?
Um, Definitely, I've been in Central Florida for the past 20 years. So definitely, going to Dr. Phillips and seeing all the local talent that comes and, the professional talent that comes into town is always nice. And then, of course, I visit New York quite frequently. Well, pre-COVID. So I would always go to New York and see Broadway shows or see all the, professional dance companies in New York City to just kind of keep myself current into what's going on in the professional realm.
And does any performance of a show or a dance concert stick out as something that really was eye opening to you?
Definitely, I loved my absolute favorite Broadway show is The Lion King, of course. And then every time Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater comes in town, seeing them is definitely inspirational because that's where I did train. And then, I have fellow dance educators and friends that are actually dancing in the company now. So watching them and their trajectory and their growth as artists is always so inspiring because to see them go from just being dancers in just taking dance class and now they're in the first company and watching their journey is always, it's such a caveat for me to watch them perform on such a huge, platform and stage.
Lion King, I start crying in
Every
the
time,
opening number.
as soon as it opens up and they're coming from the audience, it's like, oh my God, it takes you on such a beautiful journey.
Yeah, it's just I'm
Yes,
overwhelmed.
but it makes me you speechless. It's like it's brilliant. It's such a brilliant show.
So, speaking of seeing people develop and move on, with your current company, Inez Patricia Dance Company, are you teaching kids or adults or both?
I'm teaching everybody from two to adult and everybody in between, and it's definitely watching a blank canvas when they come in and then at the end of the season they're knowing terminology they're of course ballet is in French, so they're speaking a different language. They're able to retain the choreography and to do the culminating event, which is our summer concert. Watching them put it all on the stage is it gives me, inspiration and hope to keep going and keep pushing.
And have you seen some of your students go on to bigger, grander arts things?
Yes, I have like 4 or 5 students that are either on Broadway or dancing professionally in New York City.
Nice.
It makes me a proud mama hen to watch them, still pursuing their love, and then me being able to be just a small, inspiration in their life makes it all worth doing.
What is one thing in the arts and culture here in Central Florida that you think is missing?
I think it's more culture. Like, I absolutely love what you're doing with Fusion Fest, but I would love to see more, brown and Black dance companies and more brown and Black theater companies come out. So just more inclusion of just bringing just all cultures together. I think that would be the one thing that Central Florida would be missing. Is some really strong. We have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artists, but giving arts more. We need more visibility in the community.
What have you produced that is most proud of? You've been doing shows for 20 years here. What's one that stands out as one of your biggest accomplishments?
I think last year when I did Claire and the Chocolate Nutcracker, we sold out the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center. It was a beautiful production. It was a lot of work. It was the first time that I did a show on that kind of caliber of stage, where I was responsible for, the choreography and staging and bringing Miss Beverly Page's vision to life. So that, I think, was my biggest accomplishment, I think, thus far.
All right. Now you're working with Cece Neal. How did you get connected with Cece?
I have been knowing Cece for 20 years. When she first started doing her performances and her open mics at AKA Lounge. So to be on the journey with her, when she did Portrait of a Queen, I was her choreographer when she first started that show. So we've been rocking and rolling for the past 20 years together. So anytime she has a show or she needs the girls to perform, we're always there. Wherever she is in the world, we'll, travel to her to make sure that we bring her vision to life.
Great. And what you're doing this year with her for Fusion Fest is a show called Kaleidoscope. Can you tell us about that?
We're blending all different cultures together on a beautiful stage. We have a 45-minute show together. So we're just merging all different cultures. And that was the vision that you created with Fusion Fest, is just fusing the cultures together. So working with Raimi Dance and working with some of the different Venezuelan dance companies and the Indian companies, just merging just cultures together. So everyone's being introduced to a different style of dancing, as far as, we're the Western kind of style dance. So having the folkloric from the traditional countries is going to be such a pleasure to work with these beautiful artists and merging and blending their cultures with our culture. So they're going to teach us things and we're going to teach them things. And then to create this beautiful piece of work that we're going to, present in November. I'm really excited about the journey. It's going to be a huge, choreographic push for me, but I'm definitely up for the job.
Great. And the folks that are participating in it, are they excited about that, or trepidatious, or?
They're excited. They're ready to, I guess, push themselves as well, because they're more on their the culture and the folkloric side. So now they're going to be learning traditional choreography and technique. So as far as they're going to be learning plie and the tendus, and so just blending the two worlds together. And a lot of them are English isn't their first language, and definitely not French. So blending those three cultures together to create this great, breadth of work that we're getting ready to create together is going to be absolutely brilliant.
Right. And different cultures emphasize different parts of the bodies and ways that they move.
Right.
I mean, like Europeans is about steps, and the Polynesians is more about the hips, right. And India is more about the
nuance
head and the hands. And
yes. So just blend It's gonna be a total full body workout from just eye choreography with the Bharatanatyam of the Indian dancing, and with a lot of the folklore with the Hispanic cultures using the floor as the base, and then the different instruments that we're going to incorporate that are culturally acceptable for their different region of the world. So just blending all of that together. Like Cece was brilliant when she came with a kaleidoscope, because that's what we're going to present as a huge kaleidoscope of culture and just that greatness.
Super. Well, Jeré, we are so glad that you have stayed here in Central Florida and that you have been teaching and creating, and we look forward to what we'll see in the years to come from you. So thanks.
Yes, so much, Terry. I appreciate it.
And thank you all for watching this. Playfully Orange each Thursday goes live at 1 p.m. And also on Tuesdays, I do Diverse Orange, talking about diversity here in Central Florida. And they're also on YouTube and on our Facebook page. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you.